Obviously catching fish can be pretty hard sometimes, but I thought I'd make it even more difficult. I'm gonna be shopping at Dollarama right here and getting all of my fishing supplies from here. So I'm doing a challenge. Can I catch a fish with only dollar store supplies? No bait from any other shop, no fishing rod, nothing, just what I can find in this store. Can I do it? Who knows? Let's find out. This is the entire section right here, and look what they have. A fishing pole. No reel, but this is a good start. Definitely grabbing this. I don't think I'm going to be reeling in any line. There's not even any line here. So I'm going to have to figure some way of using one of these lures and extracting the hook. You guys got a picture of a walleye on his lure here. I may be able to take the hooks out of these and use that. That might be my only option. They have like huge musky lures. I don't think I'll be using those. I'm gonna have to find some way of creating fishing line using some other type of string or rope. This may come in handy. There's one small hook in the bottom of this lure. I may have to go with that because these ones here are huge hooks. We are at an undisclosed location here, and I got my supplies with me. First of all, the fishing rod. We need this. This will be key. And in my bag here, I have a water bottle, which I'm actually going to empty out and use as a bobber of some sort. So I'm going to rig it up so it floats on the surface. And I do have this crawler harness. I'm going to attach my hook to the end of this. And then I'm actually not going to use this lure. I'm just going to take off the hook because this is a decent size hook right there. A good size for the bass that I'm going after. I also have some bait, some sardines because what fish doesn't like to eat other fish? And Twizzlers. Now this is an old secret that fish like licorice, and hopefully it's true. And also I have some string, which is going to be my fishing line. Can we do it? I hope so. I guess we'll find out. I'm going to a secret pond that basically only I know about. It's got some bass in it. I used to fish here way back in the day. I haven't been here in years, but I know there was like some maybe like 4 or 5 inch bass in there. Hopefully they've grown a lot bigger by now. But I want to go somewhere that not too many other people knew about because I don't want to look like a crazy person throwing out my fishing rod that doesn't have a reel on it with some string as line. Yeah, so I think it's better I go somewhere that's not too well known. Some deer tracks. Deers are smarter than people give them credit for, so I'm going to follow the deer tracks. Hopefully it leads us right to water. I got my big rubber boots on. Hopefully keep the ticks off and the stinging nettle and anything else that might bite me. The skeeters are pretty bad out here. But it should be worth it if we catch something, eh? Dollar store challenge. Let's go. My memory serves me well. I knew there was a creek running along here. I just have to go down this bank, cross the creek, and then we will arrive at the secret pond once I cross this hill. I've arrived at the pond. It's covered in algae, some sort of duckweed or something, but hopefully that doesn't stop us from catching fish. This was always a good spot for me right here. All we can do is try. That's what I always say. All we can do is try. Let's get the fishing rod set up. Okay. Only thing that's not from the dollar store is my pliers here because I don't want to harm any fish because I don't have good gear. But let's go. Let's get this thing set up. First things first, need some water. This was the most expensive item, the entire haul from the dollar store. This was $5. Basically a third of our budget here. But I could use a stick, I guess. But I saw it there and I was like, why not? Let's give it a go. Yeah, it looks to be, well, 5 feet or so. Actually, a decent rod. Line weight, 6 to 10 pounds. You guys have been loving the fishing videos. My most viewed videos have been these, so I'm trying to come up with creative ways to get you guys to keep watching. So if you do have any ideas of what I should post next, just let me know. I've seen people on like Alone and other types of survival shows use like a water bottle as the reel. But what I think I'm going to do is just toss this out there. And then if I do get a bite, I'm just going to pull it in by hand. All right, we got our string here. Just going to tie it to the end. So now I have to decide how far I think I can throw it out there. That's probably enough line right there. Now, why I'm not too worried about how thick this looks is, one, there's algae, so that's good. It looks exactly like the color of the algae. And two, because I have this little device here, which should fool the fish. Honestly, if this works, I will be amazed. Hopefully this attracts some bass. Now, since they didn't have any hooks at the dollar store, with this little lure here. Here's the little lure that I'm going to disassemble because I don't think this would catch anything with the way that I have this set up. If I had a reel, possibly. Okay, if I lose this only hook that I have a treble hook here as backup. But hopefully we don't lose it. It's got like a little skirt on it. Okay, there's like a tiny little key ring that I'm threading onto this harness. There we go. This has got to catch something, right? It's gotta. I honestly didn't know what I was going to use for bait. Ugh, it's got oil everywhere. Oh, it's just... I thought there was going to be like little hunks of fish. No, they're like big hunks. Ew. I don't know who in their right mind would eat this. Oh no, is it not going to thread? I don't think the sardines are going to work. They're not really threading on. It's just falling apart like paste. Uh-oh. I'm glad that we have an alternative. This is the saddest setup I've ever used. Okay, there's my hunk of licorice on there. Let's try it out. If this doesn't work, I don't know. We might have to go digging for worms. Okay, there's my bobber. I gotta drink the rest so it floats. What I might do is dip it in the sardine water. Get a little scent boost on there. So there you have it, folks. I have my fishing rod attached to some garden twine. I'd say about, 20 feet of it. Attached to my makeshift bobber, which is really just a water bottle. And then running to this little rig here with a jerry-rigged hook with a piece of licorice on it. Let's give it a shot. Okay. There we go. That's a decent cast there. Problem is I keep tripping over the line and couldn't get it out far enough. I'm really hoping to see that bobber move. So I'll let this sit for like 15-20 minutes. And if we don't get a bite by then, I might be on the lookout for some worms or something to use as better bait than licorice. I don't know, I have a feeling they're not going to like this licorice, so I'm going to flip over some logs, maybe some rocks, and see if we can find some bait. I need this little container for bait, so I'm going to chum the water with it. Can you chum for bass? Is that a thing? I'm a notoriously non-picky eater. Like, I'll eat basically anything. But sardines, man, that's where I draw the line. They're nasty. Oh, look at that thing. That's nasty. Oh, salamander. I knew I'd find some salamanders. I'm not going to use a salamander. Here's a big rock. Ew. Maggots. Little toad. All animals I don't want to use as bait. Salamander. Another one of those weird centipedes. No worms around here, man. No worms. I saw movement right where my bobber was. There's some movement just behind me here. You know, just some fish going up to the surface. Right now my line is just to the left of me. I think I'm going to try right behind me. I think there's a fish right there. Please let there be a fish there. We're getting absolutely completely zero bites, so let me go try and find some more bait. I don't know what else I can use. There's no worms around here because the ground is so like dense, and worms typically like more soft stuff. But so just rooting around for worms. Check it out. Couple of coyotes, got a turkey maybe. I want to fish so bad. If I get one fish, I'll be so happy, even if it's a little tiny minnow. I don't care. Okay, I got a cricket. It's better than nothing. Let's try it. I found an old chair, like not even a camping chair. Like a chair you'd see at a bar or something. So it's gonna be my table here, and look, I got a cricket. I'm gonna use that as my bait. Thank you, cricket, for your life. Now give me 100,000 views. Oh, there we go. You see that? Got one. The dollar store challenge. Look at that. It actually worked. All I needed was some live bait. Check that out. We got one. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's set him free. It's a tiny little bass, but that's kind of what I was expecting. He nailed that cricket the second it went in. Off he goes. Wow. Well, thank you, cricket, for your life. I do appreciate that. Wow. It worked. All I needed was some live bait. I messed around with that licorice for too long. And the second that cricket hit the water, boom, bass smashed that thing. I almost went in over my boots too because I did not want to lose that thing. It got snagged on a little branch on the way in, but we got a fish. All I wanted was one, and I'm so happy. Goes to show you don't need super expensive stuff to catch a fish. Like with a little ingenuity, you can catch a fish too. So, well, I think that's it. I'm not gonna find any more bait like that. So I'm gonna wrap this video up, and I hope you enjoyed. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Another turkey feather. This one's bigger than my boot. It's lucky I caught that fish when I did. So I'm running out of battery. I'm on 10% right now. Wow, that's awesome. It's funny how the smallest little bass can make my day. I was almost losing hope. I didn't fully lose hope, but I was almost losing hope there. Just washing up in this little creek here, and I'll tell you, it's so nice to get the smell of swamp water and sardines off my hands. And bass. Those don't smell the best either. Alright guys, and there's tracks here. Deers use the same path.